Now, there isn't one cure-all. There's not one way in which to solve this problem, because there isn't one problem. There's a number of different problems, all contributing to the failure of customer experience management. And at Jericho, we've identified 10 broad categories that cover all of these different areas of failure. Number 2, leadership. The CEO of the business must 100% buy into customer experience with their heart and soul. And they must have the complete backing of a strong and stable senior management team. Customer experience has to be completely consistent within the business for it to work. So if one area of the business is delivering a great customer experience and another area of the business is delivering a poor customer experience, from the customer's perspective, they may be getting a worse customer experience overall than if the company had made absolutely no effort whatsoever. Because if your expectations are raised by one experience and then dashed by another experience, the company might have been better off just not doing anything at all. The message coming from the CEO has to be clear, it has to be consistent, it has to be reasoned, and it has to be forceful. And the senior management team have to echo that sentiment. Not only do they need to echo it, but they have to have the skills to be able to guide and in some instances force that message through the middle management layers of the organization. Otherwise, CEM is going to fail. Another area where customer experience management can go wrong is where the company pays lip service to it. What I mean is that if it's deputized to somebody in the organization, other parts of the business will turn around and just go, oh, well, you know, they're not taking it seriously. They've given it to somebody down the chain. If they've deputized it to somebody, they're not taking it seriously. If they're not taking it seriously, we're not going to take it seriously. So the leadership have to be very, very careful with the way in which that they are positioning customer experience management when it's being carried out. Number 3, CX as an initiative. Customer experience is far more important than anything that can be spoken about or addressed as an initiative, because the very word initiative suggests impermanence. You know, it's short term, it's impermanent, it will go away over time, and therefore, you know, frontline teams understand that the relationship between the customer and the company is completely and utterly essential. So if you're positioning customer experience as an initiative to them, they will assume that you're not taking it as seriously as you should be. So customer experience needs to be presented to the business as fundamental, consistent, and permanent in order for the business to take it seriously. Number 5, CX in silos. As we've already said, if customer experience is being done really well in one part of the business and is being done really badly in another part of the business, not only does that give customers a worse experience overall, but it's not going to work from the company's perspective, because if you do an initiative in one part of the business, you have to get other parts of the business to buy into what you're doing. Because if they're doing something completely and utterly different, not only can you end up with inconsistencies, but you could actually end up sometimes with these two initiatives contradicting each other, and therefore CX in silos just doesn't work. It never can. There has to be that consistency and there has to be that continuity between different parts of the business. So silos never works from a customer experience perspective. So in summary, there are instances where customer experience transformation and management are being undertaken poorly, and in that case it's a waste of an organization's time. But it doesn't have to be that way.